Hey guys, this is the XRP Cowboy. Hey, this is Billy. It's a beautiful day in Michigan. It was summertime in northern Michigan. I just wanted to tell a couple stories. I think this is important for people to hear. The whole world is crying from the rooftops that whether it's you're in the stock market, whether you're in the housing market, the crypto market, you know, it's all gonna burn. It's all gonna burn. You got to remember the market it's counterintuitive. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a story about something that happened last night, and this is important for my people to read. You know, and it's interesting. Okay, now I was just thinking. There's two big players, generally speaking, controlling the markets. One is a bull and one is a bear, and they have opposing positions. Okay, one is trying, like the bear wants to hurt the bull. The bull, wants to push through the bear, and they're constantly playing a tug of war. And it does this, and depending on many things, we could say fundamentals, but most importantly, forecasting. Okay, what a company's going to do in the future. This gives the bear or the bull leverage. You could have a great earnings, okay? But say, you could have Apple. Say, but next quarter or the rest of the year, we're projecting to lower our forecast on our earnings per share. Even though the earnings were the best they've ever had, the stock will crash. The bear will have the leverage they need to start pulling down the price of the security, the stock. Same with the bear. You could have a bad forecast, but great guidance. And that's what we're seeing with the Fed. We want these bigger interest rates right now because it's going to be less work they have to do later. Therefore, the future forecast will save us. They could have raised it a point, the other day. But if they said we're not raising it anymore this year, the market would have reacted in a bullish way. But it was kind of inconsistent and indecisive. So we saw a little bit of the bear take a little bite. The bear's hungry and he wants to be fed. But you got to understand, what matters is the future. So if the Fed came out and rolled something back or said we're not going to lower it, we do a quarter point next time, I knew they were going to do 75 basis points when they were talking 50. In my mind, I was hoping for a full point. This isn't sustainable, and so you've got the whole world is going after everything. They're going after your luxury spending, your all your extra cash by hitting you at the gas pump. It's the supply chain, thing. They're lying and saying inflation's like 8.6% or something. The truth is on our top 10 consumer goods, I bet you if you did the math, you're going to find that's more like 26% inflation. See the lie? Who gives a crap about a dovetail for a wooden cabinet that's up 8%? And all this, everything gets factored into this. So it's just noise. Now they're raising interest rates and people are worried their houses are coming down and going to go down in price. This is the thing we have to understand. You talk to anybody that's invested in anything, they're all screaming from the rooftop, a crash is coming. It's inevitable. And it's coming now. We're going to hell, but I have a different outlook. So you got these bears and these bulls that have opposing positions, but in the traditional market, they actually work to stabilize each other. They're working as one unit independently pulling things from different directions. But that downward or upward pressure that they have is stability. And stability is everything in a liquid market. The problem with crypto is I know we got almost $1 trillion in this space, but that's minute, especially when you divide that into all the coins we have. So we have a very shallow market without a lot of liquidity. So we need to look at it like it's a penny stock. Look at any penny stock. Could be the greatest company in the world, but you're going to see extreme volatility. where there's, profit being taken, influx, exiting of cash, all these things. And there's the bears and the bulls are trying to do their job. It's just there isn't enough money, which means, it doesn't take that much to make it crash or move up. So now, if I were to say, you know, as this market matures, we will see that this changes. We're not there yet, and that's why we're in it. You can't have 10x returns without 90% corrections, guys. And ultimately, what I want us to do is I want to show you something. I want you to, if you took Bitcoin's controlling everything, the stock market's controlling Bitcoin. We could argue that Fed is controlling the stock market. It doesn't matter. It's noise. What I will say is, when Bitcoin rocketed up to 67K, it was only there for a short time, and then it dumped all the way back down 50%. And people were saying the sky was falling. Well, that kind of correction it is, but it's not over. It just fell to 30, and then it went back up to 6, and now it's like, oh, everything's great. Then it drops down to 18K. But those drops to 30 and 18 are no different than those moves up to 66, 67. It's just, who's in control. I would argue, if we stay at this price, this is just par for the course, but, could it drop a couple more thousand Bitcoin? Sure. I really didn't think I'd see it go below 19. I really thought that was ground zero, the previous highs from 17, 18. But it's all noise. We've got institutions in, that matters. And we've got we have investment firms that can't even invest. I was talking to my neighbor the other day, and he's like, I manage 70 clients. I can't put them in any kind of crypto. I said, well, invest in with yourself, independently. He's like, I can't. I'm not allowed. That's okay. There you go. So all this is going to be, this money is going to flow. He's 70 years old, and he wants to put money in. But this is what else is important about this current market condition. Everyone in the world is screaming from the rooftops, another leg coming down. And my friend was over here, and she was saying her and her husband are thinking about selling their house because the housing market's really still high here. And then maybe in a year after it tanks, to buy the house back. I said, well, if you can save money and you're going to move out of your house anyways, yeah, that would be great. It's a risk reward thing. I said, but if you're doing it just because you think the market's going to tank, we don't know. We could get some news from the Fed or something. We don't know. We do not know. But you may sell this house and the market could go up 20, 30% before it does correct 15% or 20%. My point is you could lose it. You could be in the same place you're in. So don't play these games. You're not going to time the market if you think you are. And that, the biggest take from this is she is not educated in housing, market conditions. She's not educated in stocks. She knows nothing about any of this stuff. She's just an everyday girl that's trying to do good for her family. And it's ridiculous because if she knows the market's going down, the world knows, which means it's not. The market always goes the opposite way of the retail and the masses, guys. If we'd all be short and everything. If we really believed it was, I don't know. Just think about it. My dreamers, my roadies. I don't know. I'm still. I wouldn't sell anything, and I'm buying right now. Is what I'm saying. I don't know how much more could it go down. Just saying. Time to sell was 6 months ago. Not today.